I went from having so much belly fat that I couldn't even touch my toes to having visible abs even when I'm relaxed. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can get rid of your stubborn belly fat in just 30 days by using 4 simple tactics. Implementing just one of these tactics made me go from this to this in 27 days. And it's not the tactic that you might expect. Before we jump into exactly what these tactics are, my name is Sultan and I help busy men aged 21 to 40 get ripped by losing fat and building muscle. There's a link in the description to my free email list that you can join if you want personalized help with your diet and workouts. Now, the first tactic is to stop thinking of food as the villain and start making it the hero. Now, up until now, the common notion in the fitness industry has been to lean heavily towards a calorie deficit. Now, that is simply where you eat less calories than you burn, and as a byproduct of that, you end up losing weight. Now, while this notion is not wrong, the way that it's presented by the mainstream fitness industry makes it do more harm than good. And to show you how it does harm, I want you to do this little mental exercise with me. Do me a favor and close your eyes and try not to think of green elephants. Let me guess, you thought of green elephants. This is because trying not to think about something is the same as thinking about it constantly. So when you villainize food and you're constantly in the mindset of, oh my God, I better not eat that ice cream. Oh my God, I better not drink that milkshake. Oh my God, I better not eat that chocolate bar. You're constantly thinking about those foods. And as a result, you're probably going to end up eating them. Now, when I first started trying to lose belly fat, I used to be that way. I was on a diet of boiled chicken breast, plain white rice, and salad. And I would follow that 3 days a week, constantly telling myself, oh my God, you better not eat that ice cream. Oh my God, you better not drink that milkshake. And guess what would happen after those 3 days? I would drink that milkshake and I would eat that ice cream. And I'd end up gaining all the weight that I had lost and some more. But all of this changed when I started viewing food as the hero. Instead of viewing food as this villain that's always going to keep me from losing weight, I now look at it as fuel. Because that's what food really is. It's fuel. And if you choose the right kind of foods, you can stay full, avoid cravings, have great workouts, and lose fat on autopilot. So we've established that we need to stop looking at food and eating through this negative lens. Now, the next tactic that I'm about to show you took me from this to this in 27 days. And out of the 4 tactics in this video, this one's probably the easiest to implement. And the tactic is to simply track all the important numbers. Now, imagine if you were a track athlete and I asked you what your 100-meter time was and you said, about 8 to 10 seconds. So is it 8 seconds or is it 10 seconds? Because 8 seconds is world record and 10 seconds is a good time nonetheless, but not world record. And so my question to you is, you clicked on this video because I said that I would show you how to destroy your belly fat in 30 days. Do you know how much your waist measures right now? Now, usually when I ask my clients this question, especially when they're first starting out, they always give me the same answer. Oh yeah, 33, 35. Is it 33 or is it 35? If you can't tell me how much your waist measures, up or down half an inch because that fluctuates, but if you can't tell me what your waist measures somewhat precisely, then you don't care about losing belly fat. Now, when it comes to losing belly fat or just fat loss in general, there's 4 things that you need to keep regular track of. Now, the third one is the one that most people miss out on. The first, like I said before, is your waist measure. Take an inch tape, wrap it around almost close to your belly button, and be honest with yourself and say what that number is. Now, in a few months, set a realistic goal for yourself. I would say within 30 days, an inch or an inch and a half taken off is fairly realistic. Now, the second measurement that you need to keep regular track of if you want to lose belly fat is your step count. Now, for all of my clients that I train, I just have them use the app that they've got on their phone, whether it's the fitness app or the health app or whatever app they've got available on their phone. Now, for my clients, I just have them all hit above 8,000 steps on a daily basis. And I'm yet to have a single client who's hit that goal and struggled to lose weight. Now, there's a lot to be said in terms of cardio for fat loss, but that's a topic for another video. For right now, what you need to make sure you're tracking is your daily step count. And if by chance it is below 5,000 steps, then you need to get to stepping. The third measurement that most people miss out on when it comes to losing belly fat is your daily body weight. Most people weigh themselves, but only once every month or once every few weeks. No, you need to weigh yourself daily. Keeping regular track of your weight is gonna take fat loss from the back of your mind and bring it to the front of your mind. So when you're reaching for that dozen donuts, you're gonna think twice. Now, the fourth thing that you need to make sure you're tracking on a regular basis is your caloric intake. Now, I'm not gonna go too in depth about how many calories you need to eat if you need to lose fat. That's gonna be a topic for another video. But if you just regularly track your calories into an app like MyFitnessPal, or if you've got MacroFactor, then that is definitely going to help you. Just as a side note, when you're tracking calories, don't get too caught up in the game of calorie tracking where you're obsessing about tracking every calorie down to a T. As long as you're within 100 calories of whatever your goal is, you should be fine. Now, I know that throughout this video, I've mentioned multiple times how these tactics have helped me, but to prove that these tactics can work for everyone, I helped my client T track all 4 of the things that I just told you about, and he lost 10 pounds in 1 month. Now, other than tracking these 4 very important measurements, there's one other thing that I did for T that not only helped him lose fat, but also made him look so much better in his clothes. Now, this is the part of losing belly fat that not many people like to talk about, and that is the lifting weights part. Now, I know that you're probably rolling your eyes, but you need to hear me out. Without lifting weights, building a ripped body, even after losing belly fat, is damn near impossible. A lot of my clients say stuff like, oh, I don't want to lift weights, I don't want to look like a bodybuilder and be all bulky, I just want to have a toned body and get rid of this gut. Here's the thing, a lot of people say that at first, but then they realize the power of lifting weights and how much it can help with fat loss, and then they just never go back. Because building a ripped body, one that is both lean and muscular, not bulky like a bodybuilder, but toned, is impossible without lifting weights. And if by chance you're that 1 in a million guy who can actually end up losing belly fat without lifting weights, you're just gonna look like a deflated balloon. It's not a good look to have lost a bunch of weight and not have a base of muscle underneath. Now, if you don't know where to get started with lifting weights, you can click on my channel and I've got a bunch of videos available specifically for busy men aged 21 to 40 who don't have all day to spend in the gym. Now, you can watch my videos and they'll teach you how to create time-efficient workout splits. But if you just want to skip out on all of that and have me do all the work for you, then you can click the link in the description and join my school community where I'll do all the work for you. Now, this last tactic on the list is probably the laziest way to lose belly fat ever, because you literally have to do nothing, and that is to sleep 8 hours or more every night. Now, you might think, oh my god, that is the most generic fucking boring advice I've ever heard, and I'm too busy to just sleep 8 hours and live a very fucking boring life. And I know this is a bit hypocritical coming from me. It's fucking 1:30 a.m. on a Tuesday morning technically, and I'm out here working, recording this video. And I understand that getting more than 8 hours of sleep every single day is probably unrealistic, but you want to aim for that as the ideal scenario. Because when you get 8 hours of sleep, your body produces a bunch of hormones that help with fat loss and help with muscle building and also give you more mental clarity. So not only are you going to be in better shape, you're probably also going to be better at your job, and you're also probably going to be more prone to making smarter decisions. So whenever you have that impulse of eating that ice cream or drinking that milkshake, you're not going to be as prone to giving in because you've got more mental clarity. Now, if you want to watch my most recent video where I show you the only 2 exercises you need for back growth, then you can click up here and watch them. If not, I'll see you in the next one.